Hey guys, how are you? This is Effie here. Today I'm introducing our new Beachscape stencils. This is a 5 stencil collection. When you blend all 5 stencils, you get a beautiful, amazing multicolor result like this. All the stencils have etched numbers and some instructions on them. This is stencil 1. The top half of stencil 1 is the sky, the sunset. And then you see this S that's etched right onto the stencil. To the right side of that S is the sand. And then this section right here, you're going to blend light blue for the first layer of our water. First half up here, the top half, that is our sunset. This is stencil 2. This is going to be light green. This is stencil 3. There's 3 elements on here. The top portion of this stencil, you're going to blend with your mid-tone green, and you can see there's this etched line going right through the center. So above that etched line, you're going to blend a mid-tone green, and then these 3 images you're going to use a light gray because those are rocks, and then in the middle right here, this is going to be your mid-tone blue for the second layer of our ocean. Next up is stencil number 4. There's also 3 elements on stencil 4. This top half is going to be dark green, this middle portion is going to be dark blue, and then these 3 images you're going to blend with a darker gray for the second layer of the stone in this design. So you can see all the etching. This is stencil 5. You're going to blend the entire stencil 5 with a brown ink. So that was a quick rundown of the stencils. So I'm just going to blend the set. I'm using our 7 by 9 inch grip mat with our corner placement guides. And I'm starting with stencil 1 with the sunset. I'm starting with our lemon drop near the actual sun, and I'm creating a halo. And then I'm using a larger brush with the coral cavern around the lemon halo. And then I'm adding some soft amethyst at the top edge. And at this point, I wanted a deeper concentration of color, so I went ahead and added more coral cavern. Next, I'm using our soft cream dye ink and our mini brush, and I'm adding this soft cream color to the right side of that S. And then for the remainder of the stencil, I use Arctic blue. Then stencil 1 comes off, stencil 2 goes down in between the 2 corner placement guides, and I'm just going to use our honeydew ink for the entire layer for stencil 2. Stencil 2 comes off, stencil 3 goes down in between the 2 corner placement guides, and I'm just using evergreen ink, which is a nice mid-tone green, and I'm using that for the top portion of stencil 3. Once I'm done with the evergreen, I'm going to switch out to our Miami Cool ink and a blue brush, and I'm just going to blend the center portion of this stencil. This is the second layer of the water, and then I used soft ash and our mid-sized brush for the 3 stones on the bottom. Then stencil 3 comes off, and in goes stencil 4. Remember, the top half is the dark green, the middle is the dark blue, and then we have 3 gray areas for the stone. So I'm starting off with Basil Mojito for the darkest green of my palm trees, and I'm using my mid-sized brush. Then I'm going to use Deep Sapphire and another mid-sized brush for the middle portion, the water. For the second layer of the stones, just use a darker gray. Then in goes stencil 5 in between the 2 corners, and I'm just using our warm hazelnut and a mini brush to blend the entire stencil with this brown ink. And my blending is complete. This could not have been easier. You just have to know where to put the colors, and all of that information is etched right on the stencils. And you can get varied results using different colors. That's it for our Beachscape stencils.